Hey, what's going on, guys? So today I'm sharing the latest silver that I purchased. This was definitely not a planned thing. This was a scroll around Facebook Marketplace, see what's going on. I found this silver listed. They listed it for $200. It is 6 1-ounce bicentennial bars. They all have little presidents' faces on them. And these happen to be stored in a dresser drawer since 1976 or 1977. All right. So I saw that on Facebook. It didn't really have much information. It showed, I think, 2 pictures of this inside the box, because it comes in the display box, which I'll show you in a second here once I take them off. But I saw it there, $200, and I thought, all right, well, that breaks down to $33, an ounce, which is, has a premium, obviously. Let's actually check silver right this second. It was hovering around 29, and then it was at 28. So hold on a second, let's see. Silver. There's multiple apps, by the way, that you can use. I always use AppMex just because it's easy. Just what I do. I have my AppMex app. Whoop. Charts. Yep. Okay. So on top here, as the filming of this, actually silver went back up. $31 an ounce. Fantastic. When I bought this, it was, I think, $28 an ounce. Gold $25.95, which is amazing. I have not bought gold in a while. Man, I wish, excuse me. I'm so flabbergasted, I'm coughing here. Obviously when gold was 2,000, people thought it was too high to buy. Then it was 2,100, oh, it's too high to buy. It's one of those things. And if I say that now, of course, it's almost $2,600 an ounce. Someone bought a bunch of it, maybe it goes down back to 21 or 22. But who knows? There's some weird things going on. Gold, like I said, it's surprising with gold that high that silver has not hit $40, $50 an ounce. It's a shame, really. But we don't want to see those fast spikes, because then they also drop quickly as well. It's just still shocking seeing that, though. $2,600 gold. So, and then platinum, palladium, both around 1,000, which is always interesting looking at those. I don't really invest. I have a 10th ounce of platinum. Actually, I think I have 2 of them. I do not have any palladium. It's on my bucket list to get a 1/10 ounce little palladium, round or coin. Just to have it, just to say I have all 4, But anyway, not really important. It's on the back burner. So, yeah, silver is $28 an ounce, so I thought $33, that's a $5 premium, you know what I mean? But, it's always fluctuating. The reason I jumped on this is because of 2 reasons. One, these are seriously toned, naturally toned. And number 2, they are vintage art bars. And the market is crazy for vintage art bars. So paying about $33 a piece, I can easily sell these for $50 a piece. All right, in and around, let's say. There's definitely a lot of places where they sell them for $50 pretty steadily. eBay, anywhere from, $35 to $45-ish. Just because, vintage silver is collectible. People love it. So let me show it to you real quick, and then we'll talk a little bit more about why, again, a 3rd reason. So toned, people pay more for toned silver. Vintage, fantastic, bigger premium. But also there's a 3rd reason, all right? A very specific reason, because I might flip this in, a little while, which we'll talk about in a second. So, because I didn't have $200 to spend on this, it was more of an investment, a short-term investment. It's not something I'm planning on having, I don't think, for years and years and years. But anyway, so let's take a look at these. Let's zoom in a little bit, get some good detail. All right, so first one here, we have, of course, George Washington. These all have a flat, now these are toned, so you can't really tell as well or as easily, but it's a flat silver for the whole bar, except for it is mirror polished around the president as if it's a coin, which is pretty cool. You can see how that's reflecting. You know what I mean? It's very high polish, but these are toned, so you can't tell as much. And on the back of all these, all right, you can see 1776 to 1976, bicentennial. These are made by the Madison Mint. The Madison Mint was making all kinds of cool art bars back in the day. They probably peaked around the 70s, early 70s. This one has the BCM shield on the bottom. These exact bars, because of the bicentennial, everyone was making coins and commemorative things. It was a big deal, right, to celebrate the birth of our country. And Madison Mint, you know, is no different. They made a couple, they made sets. I think there was 37 of these, the full set. This was a 6-piece set. I don't know if they were released in, you know, different order or what. There's not a whole lot of information about it, but the reverses could be different. So these exact bars could have the shield, it could have nothing, it could say Madison Mint real small, it could say Madison Mint real big. There's a lot of variance on the reverse, but the obverse of the front is always the same. All right, there's obviously different presidents. So we have Thomas Jefferson here, and it has, you know, the years they served. Here's a close-up again, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson. We have, let's see who we got here. Dwight D. Eisenhower. All right, Roosevelt, Abraham Lincoln, of course, and Kennedy. All right, and again, if I look at the back here, because they're in the case, literally since the 70s, there's not as much toning just around the rims there. All right, but just super, super cool, vintage silver. I was gonna throw out, it's funny, I told my wife about it, and she's like, you know, you can spend $200, we're broke, you know. And I'm like, hey, you know, but I'm gonna sell it, just not right now. I'm gonna sell it in the future. So I got, all right, fine. And then when I brought it home, because we, of course, talk about our finances. I don't just buy whatever I want, and she doesn't just buy whatever she wants. Little stuff doesn't matter. And again, this is personal preference. Some married couples have different bank accounts. I don't know about that. I, you know, firm believer in sharing everything you have together. You are a couple, but, you know, that could be debated. I'm sure there's pros and cons. It really just depends on what couple you're talking about. Maybe it works for some people, but for a lot of people, it wouldn't. But anyway, unfortunately, the case, the insert here, is broken on top. Because it is nice to have all original stuff, but not a huge deal. I was going to throw it out, and my wife's like, no, save the case, because when you sell it, someone's going to want the case. I'm like, but it's broken. She's like, still save it. All right, fine. So you can see these are staggered here. So they push into the case. So it's a nice little display. And again, there was, I think, 37 originally in an album for the full set. That's obviously very expensive. This is just 6. I don't know if they came out in series, you know. But this is how it was displayed. This is how I saw it in pictures for sale. And the first thing I did was when I got it, because I didn't have a whole lot of information about it, is I flipped it over, really investigated it. So yeah, this is definitely silver. But you could see that, hopefully you could see that toning. I mean, it's kind of hard to miss. They're beautiful, lots of colors, total rainbow toning, blues and greens, red, orange, a little purple in there. It really is something, especially, you know, around where it is polished. So for $200, yeah, all day long. I would buy this all day long for $200. When I met the person, originally I thought it was going to be like some young kid or something. I don't know why I thought that. Well, you know, we talked briefly. Hey, I'm interested. I actually lowballed them. Because why not? You know, they're asking 200. I said, how about 180? They just wrote no, just NO. And I'm like, all right. How about 190? And then they wrote back like, no, it's definitely worth 200. And I said, yeah. I said, you're right, it is worth 200. I said, it doesn't hurt to ask. I said, I'll take it. And then we were able to meet in between. It was kind of far, to be honest, the ride, but it was worth it for me. Yeah, I don't care about the, you know, 20 bucks in gas, whatever, maybe 15 bucks in gas it costs to get it, but, you know, there and back. Super happy, though. It was actually an older gentleman. He must have been in his 70s. It was him and his wife that pulled up. He said, hey, I bought this in the 70s, and it's been literally sitting in my dresser since then. And they're moving to Florida, which, yeah, of course, that's where all old people go, right? Florida. And he said they just, you know, looking to get some moving money. That's it. It just, he wasn't a big collector. He bought it way back when. He thought it'd be cool. And that was it. It literally sat in the drawer all these years. So it's kind of a cool little story. That's where it got all of its toning. It's just from, you know, the environment. It's just what happens sometimes. But it, I guess, depends what else is in the drawer. You know what I mean? A lot of times coins that get like crazy toning, they could be in different types of plastic. They have reactions with the environment. You know, sits years and years and years. But I love it. I thought it was a cool find for the money for sure. But bicentennial. All right, let's talk about reason number 3. Again, as a quick recap, it's silver. That's exciting. It's toned. That's extra exciting. It is priced right. That's always exciting. And it is vintage silver bars. But there really is another reason. And the first reason I actually thought of when I saw it is that I think everything bicentennial is going to go up in price because around the corner we have the semi-quincentennial, the 250th anniversary of the birth of America. So all that crap that was bicentennial stuff that people didn't care about for years, you know, all the collectibles that they made to celebrate the bicentennial, that stuff people are going to be looking for again. I think that it's going to be a spike in interest in all that kind of stuff, especially coins. Coins, silver, anything related to it. So this has a lot going for it. It's not just silver. If I was buying silver, I obviously want to get as close to melt, or even under melt would be a phenomenal deal at any time, regardless of the price. But $200 for this? Yeah, hell yeah, all day long. So just like all the silver I buy, my ultimate goal is to sell it and make money, or at least retain a lot of what I spent on it. But in 2026, which is not that far away, we're going to again have the 250th anniversary of the birth of America, and I think this is going to really skyrocket in value, and that's what I'm looking to flip it. I'm not looking to flip it 30 years from now, but hey, if the price doesn't really go anywhere, maybe I'll hang on to it. I say a lot of stuff like, hey, I'm going to get this and sell it, and then I end up keeping it because I like it. You know what I mean? But who knows? Right now, it's not going in the deep stack. It is really, semi-temporary until, we see where the market goes with that. But that's all. Just want to share that with you guys. I'm not actively buying silver and gold and precious metals and stuff, but I do little bits whenever I can. This was just a deal I couldn't pass up, and I have a hard time looking on Marketplace because I do find silver deals all the time. I saw a 10-ounce bar that was, like right now, literally not too far from me. The guy wants $285. $285. You just saw it. Silver's at 30. It's less than spot. But I just don't have it. I just can't keep buying it. And even though I could buy it and flip it, I don't have the time to go meet people all the time and do that stuff. But there's definitely deals to be had. Of course, you got to look out for the scams. Sometimes if it sounds too good to be true, it is. But then again, sometimes you just get a deal. You never know. So that's it. Thanks for watching. If you got some new silver lately and you want to talk about it, brag about it a little bit, excited about it, let me know in the comment section. I'll certainly read it. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.